guys, Brad M73 here, and welcome back to issue 36 of Star Wars Build the Millennium Falcon. And before I get started, I want to show you something that I picked up from Japan. And anybody who is a fan of Star Wars and the Millennium Falcon is going to appreciate this. I got it for, it was a little over $40. It is the Bandai, The Force Awakens Millennium Falcon, and it's I believe it's a 1/44 scale Millennium Falcon, and got here last Saturday, so the Saturday before Thanksgiving for me, and I've been working on it pretty much all week, and it's not finished yet, but it's getting pretty close. Check this out. It has a lot of little water transfer decals, which I like, but then I kind of don't like, because some of the decals are actually supposed to wrap around some of the surface details, and it doesn't really turn out too incredibly well. So I've spent a lot of time weathering, putting on weathering, wiping it off, putting it on, wiping it off. Like I got this part pretty good. This part I think I could do a little bit better, just going around. I haven't finished the canopy yet because I'm still not sure if I'm going to put the figures inside. That's going to be a pain to take apart. But the detailing on it is really, really, really good. And I'm going to go over this again. There's the little turret gun. I'm going to go over this again towards the end with my airbrush, so I can, paint on the streaks here and some residue and things like that on the body. If we look at the bottom, I haven't weathered the two landing gear. I just did these tonight. And you can see some patches of weathering that I haven't cleaned up yet. Especially around the back here. It looks really super dark, but once I lighten that up, it's not going to look nearly so dark. And I put it on dark, I let it dry, and then I kind of go back over it with usually like a Q-tip or maybe like a piece of towel that's soaked in isopropyl alcohol, so I can just bring these back up. I do have to be careful with the decals, because sometimes I can ruin the decals that way, but it's really turning out super, super well, and I'm really happy. Just to give you here, I'll pop this gear out here, just to give you a size reference. In issue 36, we get this big, huge piece right here. That piece is, hopefully you can see this. This piece right here is that piece right there. So that piece alone is bigger than the Millennium Falcon. So it's pretty cool. If I set it down here in the center, actually I better turn it upside down. If I sit it down in the center, I mean, you can just see how huge this new Millennium Falcon is going to be. So anyway, I just wanted to start it off this issue and just show you my little Bandai Millennium Falcon. So I really like how it's turning out, but like I said, it's got tons and tons of details. There's a lot of little pipes on here that you actually have to glue on. They're not really too bad, but they do where's my camera? There we go. They do take a while to really get on. So if you're really finicky with small pieces, this might not be the kit for you, but I love it. So I wanted to share that with you guys. So starting off for issue 36, so we've got our bag of parts. We'll look at the issue really quick. We've got the ARC 170 Starfighter. I think some information about the clone pilots, the deep core map. More stuff about the deep core, concussion missiles, and then our next part. So we've got two frame pieces. We've got some glue-on pieces here, which I don't think we're gluing on yet. I think that actually comes in issue like 45 or 46, or could even be, no. I think it's before that. I think it's like maybe 41, 42 or something like that. But I don't know. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it. I will, however, do a layout with this piece kind of installed. It's not going to be screwed down or anything like that. But I will kind of lay all that out. So really all we have to do in this issue is just screw on the two hull frames. So not really too much exciting. Waiting for my month 10 to arrive. They billed me, I think, back on the 18th of November. And it's the 30th of November today, so this video will probably go up maybe second week of December. I'm not exactly sure. It just kind of depends on how, like, when my next month ships and things like that. I still have one more issue. I think I have issue 35 I still have to post, which will go up like tomorrow, I think, which would be December 1st. So anyway, that'll go up, and then hopefully maybe tomorrow I'll get a shipping confirmation. I have no idea. So anyway, we'll get started. We've got this piece of framework here. I don't know that I'll have the connector pieces for the sides to connect these all around, but I don't know. We'll take a quick look. So I'm going to reposition my camera really quick, and we're going to open up the parts and look at those. All right, so here's our bag for the issue 36 parts. So let's just go ahead and tear this open. Let's take the cardboard off first. Yeah, set that there. So we have our hull frame pieces there. Oh, there is one two-piece connector, which will probably connect those pieces. I don't know. We'll see. We have our little contact page, which nothing's in there, so I can just throw that away. Actually, I have to take my garbage out soon. And then we have these two pieces here. We have three little plastic greeblies here, which go on somewhere. And we've got this little piece here. So if we flip this over, I think the two round greeblies here go there, and then this other piece goes here in the front, but I don't have a reference for how that goes in. So I'm not going to put that on yet. This piece right here, I believe, goes, yeah, it goes right like that. I could probably just glue that on, but then I'll have a future episode where I'll have nothing to do. Yeah, it definitely doesn't go on that way. So it goes on like that, easy peasy. So I'll have to put that somewhere where I don't lose those. And then finally, we have these long pieces. I saw some other videos where I thought people said these were kind of like rubber. They are flexible, but it appears to be, you know, the same material that this is made out of, so I don't know. So these will glue on probably like that. That doesn't really seem right. But I guess it is, because it's not going to go on there any other way. Hopefully, yeah, I guess kind of stands out a little bit, but I don't know. I'd have to see close-ups of the, you know, the original filming miniature to kind of see how those, oops, wrong way there, to see how those look, but anyway, there's glue on there. I don't know why they couldn't do it, you know, in the mold. Seems to me like they could, but I don't know, maybe, I don't know, I just have to see the original. We've got some carbon scoring there, which I'll probably take like a soldering iron or something like that and kind of rough that up, make it look a little bit more realistic. It's a little bit too generic looking for me. But I want to just put these long pieces in here, and we'll set those aside for later. As as I will set the big piece. So we've got this here. We have, I'm going to just open this up. No screws this month, oddly. So those, I'll throw this bag away. Set that aside. Oh, those are just garbage. Okay, so this is going to go like this, maybe? Yeah. And then this will go like over here? No, here. Yeah. So it should go like that. And then I'm assuming the little two-part connector will kind of connect those two pieces in the front together. So, fit frame BF05, which is this one, against the assembly as shown. It's ow, my screws are falling out. I'm going to take some screws out here. Set those there for right now. Okay, fix BF5 with one screw in the flange of the radial rib. Alright. Which is going to be out here. Okay. Add a fixing screw in the first 4-hole connector. So that would be here, I guess. Whoops. Should probably loosen that up. I love how in the instructions there's so little to do this week that there's literally a separate photograph for every single little screw. That's kind of funny. I find that absolutely hilarious. Actually, no, I don't. So next is this guy. Screw the two, let's see, wait a second here. Okay, so it's showing, all right, take the 2-hole connector and align it with the hole in BF05, so right there. I know at some point some of these connectors are supposed to be mounted, I think, to the bottom side, if I'm not correct. I don't know. We'll see. Next month, when month 10 arrives, I am probably going to actually take this entire assembly apart, which I know sounds insane, but a lot of people have mentioned that they've needed to go back with thread lock and screw all the these little guys in again. So I will probably be doing that as well. So I don't know. We'll see. I think it'd be, and plus I would like to time lapse like each part, or maybe do like a stop motion or something like that of putting all the parts together. Okay, so we've got the 2-hole connector in. Fit frame BF06 over here. So we'll do that. Now it's telling me to do the 2-hole connector first. So I will do that. I'm doing it as the instructions tell me. Grab a couple more screws. see, we're going to need 3 more. Okay, perfect. Okay, then it says to do this one here. And finally, literally there is a photograph for each individual screw in this issue. That's funny. Okay, that seems like it doesn't want to go in. So let me loosen some of these. Actually, let me loosen that one just a little bit. Perfect. And again, I rotate the screwdriver counterclockwise until I feel like a little click, and then I go back in clockwise to tighten it down. And once all of those are in, I'm going to make them nice and snug. Okay. Now I would have to go back and actually look at some of my early issues to see if I have any, because I bought a few doubles from the UK so that I could get the Star Wars shirt from the UK build. I'm sorry, the Millennium Falcon shirt from the UK build, and so I've got a bunch of back issues. So I might actually have some 2-pin or 2-hole or 4-hole connectors. So that's pretty much it right there. And if we let's see here, I think I can move this into frame here. Excuse me. So yeah, we could actually screw this down over here, here, there, and there. But over here we need 2-hole connectors. So, and which we don't have. I definitely don't have those. So we only need 2 more frame pieces right here and here, which we will be getting in issue 37. There they are. We'll also be getting LED lighting. We've got 4 2-hole connectors there, and we've got another piece of the radio rib for right here. So the 2-hole connectors will probably go. I think these might be the ones that mount to the opposite side, maybe, because the motor is going to have to mount right up here. The motor for raising and lowering the ramp. So, and then the ramp lighting, I think, is going to go right here, and I think it goes down through this little square hole, and it kind of glues or tapes or sticks to the bottom side of this piece right here, from what I've seen previously. We also have the ramp hull piece, which I may actually need to prime before I stick it on. I need to see if I have to install it before I start installing all the other ramp sections, but I might actually have to prime and paint it. I'm having a lot of problems finding a black primer. Now I have actually gotten some black primer. I have 1 can of it, and it's I believe it's an acrylic primer. I don't have it here. I think it's in a box in the other room, because I think all I have here is just my testers. This is a semi-gloss black, so I'm not going to be using that. because I want a flat color. But I actually used the primer on the hull detail recessed area near the landing gear bay, the one that we've already gotten and put together, rather. So I got that, and it works great for that, but I don't have enough to do, because the can is like a little tiny can like this. I think it might even be smaller than this. This is 100 milliliters. I'm not sure what the other one is, but it's probably 8 ounces. That's pretty close to 100 milliliters. So I think what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to I'm going to have to prime the opposite side of all the hull plates here, and then in probably like a Tamiya gray primer, and then I'll go back over that with black. Because the original filming miniature was primed in black, and then once I go to paint the bottom, I'm going to paint that in a what is it? What is this? Insignia white. This stuff right here. So $8.50 a can. It's not exactly inexpensive, but that's my plan. I know a lot of different people have many different plans as far as what they want to do. The reason why I want to use black, again, the original filming miniature was painted black in primer, and so I want to do that, especially if I'm going to be dremeling off, details and things like that. I want the black to come through before, the white or the plastic. So hopefully that will work out. Oh, another thing I wanted to do really quickly is put this piece on. Now, we're going to have to glue this in eventually. I think it's issue 47 where we'll be doing that, but there's that right there. I guess there's really nothing at all to prevent me from doing that right now, but I'll wait. I'm not going to glue anything in, but I'll just kind of stick that on there. So, and from what I know, issue 46 is where we actually permanently attach all of the hull plates. So it'll be a nice long episode, nice long issue, tons to do. I'll probably have it done in a day, but I don't know. We'll see. There's also some bolts that they tell us to get. They say to make them at least, I think it's 65 millimeters long, so you screw them in there. And essentially what it does is it makes a stand so that when you flip this over, see, we're going to have all these pins sticking up for the guides for the ramp. And once you install those, you can't flip this over anymore. And so they say get them to be 65 millimeters. But here's the thing. I've heard a lot of complaints that people have said, even at 65 millimeters, not milliliters, the little pins still touch the desk. So I've heard people say 75 or 85 millimeters to get those. So those will actually screw in these 4 holes, which I believe will be later used for the wall mount. So that's something I'm going to have to run to the hardware store eventually to pick those up. I think that we don't need those until month 11, but I'll probably have to run to the hardware store here in the next few weeks anyway, so I'll be sure to get those. So right now I'm going to flip this over, and then I'll just time-lapse this next part. I'm just going to kind of roughly affix all the panels so that we can kind of see what we have, and we'll see you back in a second. Okay, so that's basically the full hull right there. It just took a few seconds. I'm not going to bother putting on the parts for the thrust vector, the exhausts. I'm not going to deal. I'm just not going to do that. It's too much work. It's too fiddly. It's going to take way too long. What I will do though is these pieces just don't want to stay on right now. They really want to be screwed down. But let's just go ahead, and this piece should fit in right there. So there we go, guys. So we have all of this completed. We need 2 more pieces for the last bit of framework, and we're finally, it's really finally starting to look like the Millennium Falcon from the bottom. We'll get the extra plates for the bottom here. We'll get the ramp frame, or the mirror to this, in the next episode. I'm sorry, the plate, the whole detailing, or whatever you want to call it. So that's coming in the next issue. So I will, and then I will really, really love month 11, because we'll finally get to screw all this together, which will be good. So, guys, thanks for watching. Be sure to hit that like button if you haven't subscribed already. Please do so for this and many more videos. This has been issue 36 of Star Wars Build the Millennium Falcon. I am Brad M73, and we will see you guys next time. Bye for now, guys.